Let's just forget everything you've been told. Seriously. Our world is obsessed with these stories about natural talent, about getting lucky, about overnight success, but let's be real. That's all it is. It's a story. The thing that actually separates the people who achieve things from those who just talk about them, it's something way less glamorous. It's not some magic burst of motivation. It's not a lightning strike of inspiration. It's discipline.
So let's just get right into it. Why do talented people fail? You know exactly who I'm talking about. We all know someone with raw, undeniable potential who just fizzles out. They get stuck. Why? What's the real reason? Well, the answer is probably a lot simpler and way more uncomfortable than you want to admit.
It all starts with this pattern, something I call the talent trap. And this isn't some abstract theory. It's a story you already know deep down because you've either seen it happen to someone else or you're living it right now. Okay, so picture two people. On one side, you've got the talented. This person is brilliant. They're creative. They're just a firework of ideas, when they feel like it. And then on the other side, you've got the disciplined. Now this person, maybe they don't light up the room, but they show up every single day. Whether they feel inspired or not, it's completely irrelevant. And here's the predictable, almost painful pattern for the talented one. They start with this huge burst of energy, right? Everything is exciting. But the second it gets hard, the second it gets a little boring, that fire is gone. Poof. And their life just becomes this frustrating cycle of starting, stopping, and starting all over again. Now, let's look at the disciplined person's journey. Their daily actions are so small, they're almost invisible. Writing just 10 pages, doing one little bit of code, making that one phone call. It's the boring stuff, the tedious work. But that slow, quiet, consistent pressure, it compounds, and it builds into something absolutely massive, something unstoppable.
So let's just cut through all the noise and be brutally honest with ourselves. The problem isn't your potential. You've got tons of that. The real problem, is you lack consistency.
So what's really behind this lack of consistency? What's the main culprit? Well, it's our toxic relationship with what we think is our greatest ally, but is actually our biggest saboteur: motivation. See, here's the big mistake we all make. We treat motivation like it's a tool we can control. It's not. It's a mood, an emotion. It's like that unreliable friend who's a blast at the party but disappears the second it's time to help clean up the mess. It shows up when it wants, and it leaves without saying goodbye. And this is exactly why building your life on it is a losing strategy. First off, it's an emotion, not a plan. And emotions are fickle, right? It will abandon you the minute things get tough or boring. It's addicted to the thrill of starting something new, not the tedious grind it takes to actually finish.
I want you to think about it like this. Motivation is a spark. It's bright, it's hot, and it's gone in a flash. Yeah, it might get a little fire started, but discipline is the engine. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it provides that consistent, reliable power that keeps you moving forward long after every single spark has died out.
So what's the answer? What's the solution here? It's not some life hack, it's not a shortcut you find online, it's the real superpower that quietly drives every single long-term success story you've ever admired. Look, discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's a structural commitment to your future self. It's the choice to act based on what you really want in the long run, not what you feel like doing in this exact moment. It's the force that clocks in and does the work, especially on the days motivation calls in sick.
And here's the part that most people just do not want to hear. The real test of discipline, the only time it actually matters, isn't on the good days. It's on the days you feel tired, bored, discouraged, or completely overwhelmed. Doing the work then, that is what separates the amateur from the professional.
And you gotta understand, this goes so much deeper than just checking tasks off a list. Every single time you choose the hard thing over the easy thing, you are casting a vote for a stronger, more capable version of yourself. You're not just building a project, you're building self-respect. You are proving to yourself over and over that your word actually means something.
All right, so that's enough of the why. Let's get into the how. And I'm not going to give you some feel-good, fluffy advice. This is a practical, no-nonsense system.
Number 1, a fixed schedule runs your day, not your mood. Your feelings don't get a vote. The clock says it's time to work, you work. End of discussion. 2. Reduce your decision fatigue. Automate the small stuff, what you wear, what you eat for breakfast. Save your precious willpower for the work that actually moves the needle. 3, and this one is critical, do the work even when it feels pointless. That is when the real compounding is happening. That's the moment everyone else quits. And 4, track your consistency, not your results. The only goal for today is to show up. The win isn't finishing the project, the win is doing the reps. The results, they'll take care of themselves.
Which brings us right here to the choice. It's time to turn the mirror around. Let's get really honest for a second. Are you still waiting? Waiting for the right mood to strike before you start? Let me just save you some time. It's not coming. And even if it does show up, it's not gonna stick around.
Or maybe this is you. You love planning. You love making lists, doing the research, organizing your folders. It feels like you're being productive, but you're not actually doing anything. You're confusing motion with progress.
So listen to me. Stop looking for the next motivational video. Stop searching for that one secret hack that's going to change everything. You do not need more motivation. You need structure.
Think about it this way. Trying to build your life on motivation is like trying to get important work done on a really weak, spotty Wi-Fi signal. It's unstable, it cuts out right when you need it the most, and it just leaves you feeling frustrated and angry. Discipline, that's your wired Ethernet connection. It isn't sexy, it isn't exciting, but it is stable, it is reliable, and it is always on.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Take a hard look at your day, at your week, at your life. Be honest with yourself. Are you waiting to feel motivated before you take action? Or are you actually, consistently doing the work? Because the answer to that one question, that determines everything.